If I were governor of my state or mayor of my town, I would be passing new ordinances relating to stiff criminal penalties for anyone who held a rave. The promoter, the guy who owned the building. I would put the son of a gun in jail. Toronto, Canada outlawed raves in the city property after 3 ecstasy-related deaths. They just outlawed them, period. Flat outlawed them. Arrest the promoter.
My name is Barry. I own and operate one of the leading promotional companies right now in the rave scene. We've done quite a bit. Even during COVID, we tried to basically still promote events that we figured more or less would keep Toronto younger people in a more sane mindset, because the insanity of COVID basically took over, and people basically being locked up and not being able to express themselves was becoming an issue, right? So we tried to create events as safely as we could. We did these events with just good vibes and good intentions in mind, right?
Mi nombre es Adrian Salcedo, me dedico al arte de la música electrónica, tengo 23 años, soy de Caracas, Venezuela, y en este momento me encuentro residenciado en Toronto, Ontario. Con respecto a los underground, me parece que está buena la movida, ya que la gente, a diferencia de los clubs, no te ponen tantas limitaciones, ¿sabes? Aquí la gente ves que se siente más libre, la gente se puede expresar más, sientes el ambiente como más, por decirlo así, familiar, ¿sabes? En cambio los clubs es algo como más logística, más, acá siento que es algo como más natural. Siento que los underground están hechos para el disfrute del público, no para beneficiarse el club, ¿sabes?
My name's Anthony and I go by Q. I'm a Toronto DJ and producer. I started out with hip hop most of my life, and throughout my adventures fell in love with the world of house music. The crowds is what make these moments so special. The crowds is what make these nights so special, like that's the tip top of it, Any DJ will tell you like that's their favorite part about the whole night, It's the crowds that make it special. Are they vibing with you when you get the response from the crowd, when you get the crowd moving and you can tell they're just waiting for that next song and you have them engaged? It's one of the most amazing feelings I've had, and it's what keeps me coming back.
Je m'appelle Ines Muny, j'habite à Paris depuis ma naissance. Since I go to my first rave party, I never move. I never go to the club in Paris. I never go to the club, to touch each other. Only rave, only underground techno music, because I fucking love that.
I discovered the rave scene through a couple of DJs that were friends of mine at the time. They're legends now. They're called Peter and Tyrone, right? And we used to do a lot of underground warehouse events, right? Well, they used to do those events, and I used to attend it. And I just fell in love with the culture, with the music, with the whole fact of how people would come out just to party and have a good time. There was no attitude, there was no violence, nothing like that. You know what I mean? Just a lot of different people from different cultures, different races, just combined together in one, ground shift underground space, just to show their love for each other and the music.
There's techno, trance, tech house, melodic house, progressive house, deep house, bass house, jack-in house. disco house, new disco, and all of these different kinds of house music all have their specific kind of rules that are almost like you have to abide by those certain rules that fall into those categories in order to make that style of music.
Básicamente mis sets se tratan como de estar narrando un cuento. Puedes ver que yo estoy poniendo, en un momento puedo estar tocando tech house, al otro momento puedo estar tocando afro house, estoy leyendo constantemente al público, al crowd, me gusta que todo mi set estén bailando. Mi set consiste de puro baile, en ningún momento vas a ver a la gente brincando ni nada, mi música es solamente para que bailen, es lo que me identifica, ¿no?
By standard, you start with the kick, the bass, and then the drum swings. And once you get like a good 4-bar loop that sounds good, just keep as it's repeating itself, you kind of have a good starting block to make a journey.
Music is life. That's how I basically look at it, right? Sometimes it doesn't necessarily matter what type of music genre you're actually in, as long as whatever you're actually doing speaks to you. Right? It has to speak to you, and once it speaks to you, it speaks to the people that are around you. I don't know if you actually know, but house music was actually created by black people. It transcended globally to the point now we're in. The EDM scene it's so inclusive that you can't even separate, nationalities, backgrounds, or anything like that. People are just basically coming together in large numbers, embracing the music and spreading love, right? That's what I like the most out of the EDM scene, and that's why today I do what I do.
Techno is really like the type of music, even if I like it, it's the music that can share feeling with people that I don't know, and I really appreciate it because I can feel like me. And when you feel you feel happy. You feel 100% like human, and you feel like I'm here for one reason, to enjoy my life. And for example, today I'm here in Toronto with no one. I'm saying Toronto is people with my friends, but they don't know we're gonna be friends yet. And this is what we are looking for. No pressure about our physical, no pressure about our followers, no pressure about nothing. Just be yourself in strange place and enjoy it with new people.
COVID has done in terms of its destruction worldwide has caused a lot of people a lot of mental stress, right? Whether it's mental stress through boredom or it's mental stress through financial challenges, it has caused a global meltdown in terms of people's psyche, right? Music has always been the equalizer when it comes to getting your mental health in order. What I've found that once a group of people, whether they're challenged or they're not challenged mentally, get together, right, with the right circumstances. In other words, the vibe has to be one wherein the electricity is compiled in a way wherein people can't just basically forget whatever issues that they have and have a good time, right? That to me is more therapy than any mental institution that you could be admitted to. Through the music, through the events, through the inclusiveness, through all of that, people are able to say to me that without this, they don't know where they would have been. For me, that is everything, right? Because as an older person in an industry that is predominantly young, right, I feel that by doing what I'm doing, I have created something that can actually be looked upon in the future as being something that made a difference. Creating situations wherein people can feel good about themselves. People can feel wanted. People can feel as though they're not failures. People can feel that they're alive. You know what I mean? When you're living in a world wherein there is so much indecisiveness, there's so much unsurety as to where we're actually going to be tomorrow, right? Today is important, right? And if someone can actually use the music of the EDM industry to get to that level, then I would have done something that I'm proud of.